Hey guys, it's Erica, and today I'm going to show you guys swatches of the China Glaze Glam Finale Holiday 2017 collection. I absolutely loved all these polishes, and this collection was definitely one of my favorite ones that I've seen in a while. This first polish is called Toast It Up, and this one is a sparkling golden honey, and I think it gives off a kind of metallic-y feel to it. On the first coat, I was pleasantly surprised with this one because I didn't think it was going to be opaque at all, but it actually does cover up pretty well on the first coat. Also, I'd have to say that this polish and pretty much all of the other polishes in this collection are really easy to work with, and the formulas are great. This one only needed 2 coats. Even if you apply thin ones, it'll still be perfectly opaque after 2. You do have to be a little bit careful with your brush strokes since it gives off that metallic-y feel, but I'd say that it's definitely not as bad at showing the brush strokes as normal metallic polishes, so I really did like this one. Next up is As Good As It Glitz, and this one is a metallic taupe polish, and this one definitely stands out a lot more than the last one. This one could definitely be a 1-coater as long as you don't do super thin coats, and you just have to worry about your brush strokes just a little bit. It's not too bad. Also, the formula was really great to work with, and I think this is a great one to just put on really quick if you're on the go because it dries really quickly. I usually just add a second coat to be safe, but you could definitely get away with just doing 1. That's one of the awesome things that I noticed about this collection is that it has a lot of polishes that you could definitely get away with just doing 1 coat and it still looks great. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of metallic polishes, I really like this one, so if you like metallic polishes, this is the one for you. Next one is called Sleigh Bells Ring, and this one is a sleek granite shimmer polish. On the first coat, this one was still a little bit sheer to where you could see through to your nail, but once you do that second coat, it'll completely cover up with no problem. I think that this polish is definitely the perfect one to wear for New Year's Eve, so I definitely recommend picking this one up this year. I don't really think I have any other polishes that are quite like this one, so this one is definitely unique. I didn't have any problems at all applying this polish. The formula was absolutely great. I think that if you added a thick enough coat, you might be able to get it opaque in 1, but I think adding 2 coats just makes it look a lot shinier and prettier and lets that glitter come out a little more. So there's 2 coats of Sleigh Bells Ring. This next one is called Queen of Sequins, and this one is a deep cranberry shimmer polish. This is a great one to wear during the holidays that's different from the usual red and green polishes, and this one definitely surprised me because I didn't think I was going to love it as much as I did. This one is similar to the last polish because it's kind of still sheer on the first coat, but once you add that second one, it completely transforms and it's totally opaque on your nail. This is definitely one of those polishes that just seeing it in the bottle does not do it justice, and I don't think that I have any other polishes that are quite like this one, which is another cool thing about this collection. A lot of these polishes are definitely unique. So I definitely recommend you guys go pick this one out. It's perfect in 2 coats with no problems, and the formula was absolutely great. This is for sure going to be one of those polishes that I'm constantly reaching for in the next few months during the winter time. So that's 2 coats of Queen of Sequins. Next up is New Year, New Boo, and this one is a vibrant indigo polish. The best way for me to describe how I feel about this polish is just jaw-dropping. When I first applied the coat of this polish, I was so surprised by how opaque and how shiny and beautiful this blue was. I didn't expect to like this one at all just because in the bottle it looks like so many other shiny blue dark polishes that I've seen so many times before, but once I applied it onto my nail, it was just completely different from what you see in the bottle. If there's one polish in this collection that I recommend you go buy, I definitely recommend you buy this one. This one is an easy 1-coater, and I had no problems applying it. It had such a smooth formula. I think that this one is one that you could even get away with not even wearing a top coat just because it's so shiny on its own. So there's 1 coat of New Year, New Boo. The next one is called The Perfect Holiday, and this one is a matte pine green polish. This is just another stunning polish in this collection. I'm just going to keep raving about all of these polishes. This one was also one that you could get away with doing in just 1 coat. The only downside is that since it does dry with that matte finish, it is really easy to see your brush strokes, so it might be easier to do just 2 coats and be safe with it. I'm not always a fan of China Glaze's polishes when they have that sort of weird matte finish, so I usually just add a glossy top coat to them. But this time I think that it works out really well, and I think it's perfect to wear during the Christmas time. This was another one that had an absolute great formula, and the drying time was really quick. As you can see, as the polishes are drying, they're already turning matte and I'm not even done with my full hand yet. So another polish that I definitely think that you guys should pick up. So there's 2 coats of the Perfect Holiday. Next up is Santa's Side Chick, and this is another matte polish, and this one is a ruby red color. My feelings for this polish are pretty similar to the ones of the last polish, just because it has the same matte finish, and I actually did like it this time, even though I usually don't. It was nice and opaque on the first coat, but I would say that you should be safe and go with 2 coats on this one. This is definitely the polish in the collection for those people that like to wear the classic red polishes during the Christmas time. But I would say that it's not just like any other red polish because of that cool matte finish that it has. So I definitely think that if you're looking for a nice red polish, then this would be a good one to pick up. China Glaze did an absolute amazing job at making sure that this one stood out from all the other red polishes that you see from so many other brands. So there's 2 coats of Santa's Side Chick. This one is called Sparkle On, and this one is a classic red glitter polish. This one looks absolutely stunning in the bottle, but I will say that I had some problems when I was trying to apply it onto my nail. I've seen a few other people that have done swatches of this collection, and they don't seem to have a problem with the formula, even though it is a little bit thicker for most people. But I have to say, I think I just got a bad batch because my polish was absolutely chunky and really hard to get on my nail. This polish is going to dry a little bit textured just because of all the glitter that's concentrated in this nail polish. And I went in and I added a second coat just because I don't think it was perfect on one, but it definitely was hard to work with. The color itself was definitely beautiful, and I think the idea of this polish was really great. So I don't know if it was just my polish was a bad batch, so it might be worth going to the store and picking one up. So that's 2 coats of Sparkle On. Now on to Don't Be a Snowflake, and this one is an iridescent glittering white polish. This one was definitely one of my favorite ones of the collection just because I don't have another polish that's anything like this one. On the first coat, this one was still really sheer, you could still completely see through to the nail, but the glitter and the undertone of white is so beautiful onto the nail. I think this is a really great polish to wear during the holidays, but I also think that you can wear it pretty much any other time of the year. So I added a second coat of this one and still could see through to my nail, so I decided to add a third coat just to add some more of that glitter. But if you wanted to, you could honestly leave it in 2 coats if you wanted, because this polish isn't really supposed to get completely opaque on its own. You could choose to put this polish over a different polish if you wanted to, like just put it on top of 1 coat of white polish. So I think that this polish is really cool and can be used in many different ways. And even though it takes 3 coats to be able to wear it on its own, I still think it's worth it, and I don't think the formula was that bad considering all the chunky glitter. That's 3 coats of Don't Be a Snowflake. Now here's Teal the Fever, which is a sparkling emerald teal glitter polish, and this one is definitely one of my top favorites from the collection. Now for this video, I chose to just add this polish onto my nail on its own, but I think that this one would be a great topper polish if you wanted to just add this on top of a green polish or even a blue polish if you wanted to, and it would look really great for Christmas time or New Year's Eve. This one obviously isn't going to be perfectly opaque in 1 or 2 coats, so I needed 3 to get this to look good on its own, but I still think that it looked absolutely gorgeous, and it wasn't too hard to work with just because glitter polishes can be really tough sometimes. But overall, I think this was just a really great glitter polish, and it's not the typical silver or gold that you see all the time, so I think this one was a great unique polish. Another technique you can use with this polish is something that I use all the time, and you can just use a makeup sponge to sponge the glitter on your nail and make it perfectly opaque. This is one of my top favorite ones out of the collection, so I definitely think that you guys should go and pick this one up. That's 3 coats of Teal the Fever. Up next is Big Hair and Bubbly, and this one is a glittering gold polish. This is definitely one of those classic glitter polishes that I think would just work well as a topper. So I just added a polish underneath of this one and then just added 1 coat of the gold glitter on top of it. This one definitely was really great just in 1 coat. I think you could add this on top of almost any polish, although I would say that there probably is similar gold glitters like this out there. So if you already have one like this, then I'm not sure that you really need to pick this one up. But if you're like me and can't get enough of these gold glitters, then you should definitely get this one because it's absolutely gorgeous. The last polish is called Disco Ball Drop, and this one is an iridescent chunky silver glitter polish. Like the gold one, this one would definitely work best as a glitter topper in my opinion, so I just added a blue polish underneath and then I'm just adding one coat of this on top as well. Another thing you could do with this polish is to also just use a makeup sponge if you really wanted it to be completely glitter opaque on your nail. This one was really easy to work with as well, which I thought was great, so I think everyone really needs to have a nice glitter topper like this one. And that's one coat of Disco Ball Drop. My top 3 favorites of the collection were Teal the Fever, Don't Be a Snowflake, and New Year, New Boo. Let me know in the comments down below which one was your guys' favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Bye guys. Oh my gosh, this is the craziest thing.